When the grid goes down, your fancy smartphone becomes dead weight, cell towers fail, and you're cut off from the world. Communication isn't a luxury, it's survival. I bet your Bofang can't do that. Now, if you try with Bofang, it's going to die. We'll go ahead and get it out of here, turn it off, talk a little bit. So with this radio being IP67 waterproof rating, it makes it one of the better options for an SHTF radio. We'll go ahead and set it up on the table and talk a little bit more about it. Having a waterproof radio should be crucial in your assessment list on buying a radio, whether you're going to keep it in a chest rig, an actual bug out bag, or within a belt kit. A lot of people are going to travel across bodies of water like rivers or creek beds, and if you've ever done it before, you know the rocks at the bottom of a river or creek bed are really slippery, and you do not want your radio failing because you actually fell into the river and got the radio wet and it just destroyed it. Let's go ahead and talk about the durability of this radio. This radio is well built and it's well thought out compared to like the Bofangs with their cheap little antennas and everything else. The antenna on this thing actually feels like a real antenna. That's one thing I really despise with antennas is they feel real flimsy and weak. I know if I drop this and it lands down on an antenna, the antenna's not going to snap or bend or break or anything like that. Kind of like these little Bofang radio antennas like this, or regular UV5R, real flimsy antennas. The one on this radio is a lot more stiff. It's got a lot more girth to it. Now, the actual body of the radio, a lot more sturdy. I would not be afraid at all to take this radio and chuck it across the room or chuck it across my yard or even on pavement. I wouldn't be afraid to drop this radio on pavement. Just show you, I'll go ahead and beat a little bit on this thing. Not worried about breaking this radio at all. Having a strong radio within your bug out bag or your actual kit, whether it be a Minuteman kit or anything like that, you should have a robust radio. You want these things to last a long time. Remember, guys, if we're preparing for SHTF, we want to prepare for the worst case scenario that might last a long time or a short time event. You want something that's going to last and hold up to the abuse. This radio here is going to do it compared to the Bofangs. So this is a GMRS radio. However, it does have a little trick up its sleeve. So like the Bofang UV5Rs that are able to receive and transmit on both GMRS and ham frequencies, this one, however, you can transmit and receive on GMRS. Also, you can receive ham bands. So you can listen to ham frequencies within this radio, but you cannot talk, you can't transmit on ham bands with this radio. Now, why that might be important is if your local EMS or fire agencies are still operating on ham bands like mine are, you're able to listen in on what's going on within your surrounding in case there's an emergency. So if a bridge collapsed or the flood is going over a roadway that's your planned bug out route, you're able to listen in and say, okay, I can't go that way, or we're going to have to go an alternate route. This may be another good reason for some of you guys out there that aren't really tech savvy or don't know how to program a radio just yet. As soon as you buy this radio and you take it out of the box when it gets to your front door, you turn it on and it's got 30 pre-programmed GMRS frequencies on here, so you don't have to touch anything. You turn it on and you're ready to go. You're ready to transmit and talk to your buddies, your friends, or people within your community or group. It also has 250 pre-programmable channels. So if you do have a channel you want to program in this radio, you're able to do so, and you have 250 of them. Going further along with the pre-programmed stuff within this radio also has NOAA radio frequencies already in this radio, and it is so simple to get to it. Really, the only thing you have to do is go to the menu, scroll all the way down to where you see weather, hit select, go to NOAA channel list, and you scroll down to your local area. When I first got this radio, that day I opened it up, was messing around with the radio. We had a really severe thunderstorm, knocked out the power and everything. I automatically went, grabbed the radio, turned it on, scrolled down to the no list, clicked it, and I was able to stay tracked and informed of the storm that was coming through. The simplicity of this radio is absolutely phenomenal. I prefer this over my Bofangs and my TID radios. If I had one radio to pick, if I was going to hand it to somebody, it's going to be this radio, just due to the fact that when you get on the menu, everything's pre-labeled out, from the FM radio to the weather to the weather alerts. Everything is so simple. It's straight to the point. You're not having to fiddle around with the radio. or try to remember any frequencies. It's all within the radio. Now that could be really important for somebody that's just starting out that doesn't know really much about radios, or if you have a family member, or if you're actually building a little survival kit or a bug out bag for a family member that's not really into the whole mindset yet. This radio will be an absolutely fantastic item to put within that kit. This radio also incorporates a USB-C type charging port on the back of the radio, which allows you to charge your device if it ever dies out in the field. Say there's an emergency, you don't have power, or you can't get hooked up to the grid. You're able to take this radio with a standard power bank and actually plug it into the back of the radio and charge your device that way. So you're never going to be able to lose communications with your family members or loved ones as long as you have a power source and an actual cable to hook up to the radio. Now it does come with a charging dock here, so if you're at a hunting camp with power or you're at your house, you're actually able to put it on the charging dock and charge it that way. So having multiple ways to charge your radio is really important to me, and it should be important to you guys too. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. It really means a lot to me, and don't forget to stay tuned.